Welcome. We've got some thrilling Arsenal news lined up for you, so stay tuned until the end to catch all the latest updates. And don't forget to leave 300 likes to keep us motivated in bringing you the latest Arsenal updates. Arsenal are reportedly keen on securing the services of Sevilla's 23-year-old midfielder Lucien Agum in the coming months, with a potential transfer fee of €30 million. The Gunners see Agum as a valuable addition to bolster their midfield with much-needed physicality and defensive solidity. While Arsenal boast quality players, they lack reliable alternatives to Declan Rice. Agum, who has impressed in La Liga with his blend of physical prowess and technical ability, could thrive in the Premier League and prove a shrewd investment at that price. The young Frenchman is likely to develop further with coaching and experience, potentially becoming a key figure for the North London club, who are consistently challenging for the Premier League title and UEFA Champions League glory. However, prizing Agum away from Sevilla mid-season could prove tricky, as the Andalusian club are reluctant to lose such a talented player without a suitable replacement. Recent reports also suggest interest from Manchester United, adding competition to the race for his signature. Arsenal, having strengthened their attack last summer, now aim to add depth to their midfield, and Agum fits the bill perfectly. His potential move to the Emirates would be hard to turn down, offering a chance to elevate his career at one of the world's biggest clubs. As Arsenal push for Premier League and Champions League success, a robust squad will be vital, and Agum could play a pivotal role in the second half of the campaign. Gary Neville speaks out on to Mikel Arteta over Arsenal's tactical approach. Mikel Arteta's tactical setup in Arsenal's clash with Manchester City has drawn sharp criticism, with Gary Neville insisting the Spaniard must rethink his strategy. In a tightly contested match at the Emirates that ended in a 1-1 draw, Neville, a former Manchester United captain, slammed Arteta's cautious approach, urging him to adopt a bolder style against the Premier League's top sides. Arteta opted for a midfield trio of Mikel Merino, Declan Rice, and Martin Zubimendi to compensate for the absence of captain Martin Degaard. This decision raised eyebrows, particularly as the creative spark of Eberechi was left on the bench. Fans and pundits alike felt Arsenal lacked attacking impetus in the first half, especially after City took the lead just 9 minutes in. The second half saw Arsenal take more risks, with substitutes Eze and Bukayo Saka injecting much-needed dynamism. Eze, formerly of Crystal Palace, provided a crucial assist for Gabriel Martinelli's late equaliser, salvaging a point for the North London side. Many saw this as an admission from Arteta that his initial setup was overly conservative. Gary Neville, now a Sky Sports pundit, was vocal in his critique, warning that Arteta's reluctance to unleash his attacking players could cost Arsenal the title. He believes the Gunners' manager risks losing the faith of his squad with such defensive selections against elite opposition. I think Arteta has to let the handbrake off. He's got players like Eze and Martinelli who should be starting in big games like this. If he keeps playing it safe, he'll regret it when he looks back at dropped points at the end of the season, Neville said on the Stick to Football podcast, highlighting the potential impact on the dressing room's confidence in their manager. Neville further suggested that Arsenal's players likely questioned Arteta's choices behind closed doors. He pointed to similar conservative setups in previous matches, such as at Anfield, where Arteta's caution also drew scrutiny. The lads in the dressing room will have looked at that team sheet and thought, "You're doing it again." It's not just this game. It happened at Anfield, and it's a pattern, he added. Even Arsenal legend Ian Wright voiced concerns, suggesting Arteta must trust his squad's quality to play more expansively. I'm a bit worried about his team selection for this one, especially with the run of games coming up. With the quality we've got, he needs to let the lads go for it and trust them to get the job done, Wright remarked. The criticism underscores the high expectations surrounding Arsenal, who boast a squad brimming with talent. With players like Saka, Eze, and Martinelli, there's a growing demand for Arteta to maximize their attacking potential, particularly in marquee fixtures. While the draw against City showcased Arsenal's resilience, it also sparked debate about whether a braver approach could have secured all 3 points. Moving forward, Arteta faces the challenge of balancing defensive solidity with attacking flair. Both Neville and Wright agree that Arsenal cannot afford to drop points due to overly cautious tactics. With a grueling schedule and fierce competition in the Premier League, a shift in approach could be pivotal in ending Arsenal's long wait for a title. When will Degaard be fit enough to lace up again? Martin Odegaard, Arsenal's talismanic skipper, sat out the Gunners' weekend showdown with Manchester City, still nursing a nagging shoulder injury picked up the previous week against Nottingham Forest. The Norwegian playmaker, ever the heartbeat of Mikel Arteta's midfield engine room, has been sidelined for crucial fixtures against Athletic Club in the Champions League, City in the Premier League, and even the EFL Cup jaunt to Port Vale. It's a proper blow for a side that's built its ambitions around his wizardry with the ball at his feet. That absence against the Sky Blues was keenly felt, no two ways about it. Arsenal's preferred starting 11 is a finely tuned beast, but without Odegaard's subtle genius, Arteta was left shuffling a midfield trio bereft of that signature flair. The Norwegian's vision and pinpoint passing could have unravelled City's rearguard like a well-knitted jumper, carving out openings where none seemed possible and sharpening the visitors' attacking edge to a lethal point. Mind you, it's not as if the club are rushing him back into the fray willy-nilly. They've learned the hard way that a hasty return risks turning a minor niggle into a season-long saga. Prioritising Odegaard's long-term sharpness over short-term heroics is the smart play, even if it means gritting teeth through a few high-stakes clashes without their midfield maestro calling the shots. According to the chaps at Standard Sport, the Premier League scrap with Newcastle United might just be the perfect tonic for Odegaard's comeback. He skipped yesterday's EFL Cup stroll against Port Vale, where Arsenal weren't about to gamble on their prize asset against a side that doesn't demand the full Monty from the first-team lads. Newcastle, though, that's a different kettle of fish, a proper test of mettle up at St James Park. Whether Odegaard laces up for that one remains up in the air, but the anticipation is palpable among the Emirates faithful. His return isn't just about filling a spot, it's about reigniting that creative spark that's been dimmed in his absence. What Odegaard brings to the table is pure class, the sort of control and leadership that turns a good midfield into a great one. Without him, Arsenal have looked a tad adrift, lacking that instinctive feel for the game's ebb and flow. Fans have missed his quiet authority, the way he pulls strings like a seasoned conductor in the collywobbles of a tight match. Ensuring his back at full pelt, firing on all cylinders, is non-negotiable for Arteta's charges. Arsenal aren't content with mere participation this term. They're gunning for the lot, the Premier League crown, a deep Champions League run, the whole shebang. A fully fit Odegaard is the linchpin in that grand design. The injury woes have been a right old headache, but they've also highlighted the squad's resilience. Arteta's lads have scrapped draws and nicked points in Odegaard's stead, proving there's grit beneath the glamour. Still, his swift reintegration could be the catalyst to propel them from contenders to champions. All eyes will be on the Norwegian's recovery in the coming days. If he can shake off this shoulder gremlin and slot back into the fray against the Magpies, it might just herald a purple patch for the Gunners. After all, in the cutthroat world of top-flight footy, timing a key man's return can swing the pendulum of a title race. Thanks for watching Arsenal Time. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment below. Continue following the Gunners' journey with us, and see you in the next video. Come on, you Gunners!